Hi, I'm Dr. Doug Stein. I'm going to demonstrate the assembly of a MadaJet. It's really a very simple device. It consists of a body with a strong spring up here, a piston right here, and a cocking lever to raise the piston against the spring, and a release button to release the piston so that it fires down in this direction. The other elements are a head, which actually is a cylinder. If you're going to look upon this as the piston, this is the cylinder. A fill chamber, which you can fill with whatever anesthetic or medication mix you wish. This is 2% lidocaine because I'm using it to anesthetize for vasectomies. So what do we got? 1 part, 2 part, 3 parts. Now the piston goes down through the fill chamber and a little way into the cylinder. I'm priming it here. Now I screw this on. And the MadaJet works best a millimeter or 2 from the skin. So Mada has designed a spacer, also known as a sheath, which goes in over the extended tip and now provides that space because the extended tip ends a few millimeters before the opening of the sheath. In order to raise this piston up out of the cylinder, I simply activate the cocking lever, and you saw the release button go up when I did that. You might have also noticed the piston ride up. At the same time, the device drew some of the fluid in the fill chamber down into the cylinder. So when I release the release button, when I press the release button, you can see that the piston fires down into here, into the cylinder, and drives out whatever was in the cylinder, that being whatever anesthetic mixture I put here. Now that has a little snap to it. So what that snap might be is metal hitting metal. So I'm going to back this up a little bit so that the shoulder of the piston doesn't engage the housing of the cylinder. And this is here, it's a different snap to it. If I back it up even more, it may sound even a little softer. Still about a perfect snap as far as I'm concerned. The MadaJets vary in terms of the sound that they make. Each one has a little bit of a character of its own, but I think that this one's functioning perfectly and ready to use. So again, a simple device with only 4 parts: a body, a fill chamber, a head, and a sheath that goes over an extended tip. Now you could carry that a step further and consider yourself as having one more part. I'm going to just dump this right there, take the fill chamber off the head, and if I use what I like to do is, you can see here that I'm getting as much water out of this cylinder or head as I can, but I like to autoclave this really dry. So I take off the extended tip, and now I think you can clearly see that there's a couple more drops of fluid in the cylinder and a little drop in the extended tip. So we like to autoclave this very dry, so okay, instead of 4 parts, there might be 5 parts, but what could be simpler? The only tool that you need for assembly or disassembly of the MadaJet is this 1/4-inch wrench, which simply secures the extended tip onto the head nice and tightly so there's no leakage around there. It's as simple as that.